What year? I should actually think. What year are some of these guys? Matsuo is what year?
I think he's a 90 or 01.
03. 03. Matsuo is an 03.
Matsuo?
McDonald 99. Dixon 02. Oroka 03.
I thought you were talking about Matsuda. I think he's a 99. Or sorry, 01.
Yeah, they also have that. There's a really neat underneath there. Did you see that kind of single page on each player? Maybe it's under here. Oh, there. No.
Jim.
Oh.
Oh, this thing? Oh no, this thing.
Yeah, no, yeah. That was one. What's that?
Well, that's their date of birth.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And, I don't know if I'm wearing it right either. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is either going to be a big shit show or
Yeah. Hey, you're
start
live.
of a new career.
Hey, you just said the S word live. You're live right now. you just got a big discount and pay on that one.
Well, you get what you pay for.
Live. Yeah, well, that's probably the first thing I'll say to you, eh?
Sure. Actually,
other than like Ingolson being a great Japanese last name. More laughing, the better.
That's right.
I wonder if we stand, we can stand up with these things on. Probably, yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe the
maybe
anthem.
if it's just right here. This is quite the setup, though, huh?
Oh yeah, this is. Well, imagine when we were here last time. I was sitting right over where Amy is there, drinking a beer. The next thing you know, I'm going up the stairs and broadcasting a game, eh? Like,
Yeah. Okay. I guess I'll do it. Oh, they're already putting up their goals.
Satsumi. Okay. Yeah, no, I think last time Fritz and I were wearing these things completely wrong. We had them wrapped over our head.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Way better, yeah, thank you. You can see it's in the order of the lineup, so that's nice. Now I need a pen, if it is.
I know.
14, 18, 34, 29. Yeah, I'm going to try and get a...
Huh?
Awesome.
Should be fun.
Hey, yeah, I'm going to get a pen. How do you say pen in Japanese?
Pen. Just say pen. Pen.
Yeah, excuse me. You have a pen? Yeah. That's way better.
すみません。ペンありますか？
Okay, okay, okay.
はい。He's looking.
Okay. This. Maybe they're gonna stay up and watch this. I gotta see if I can open the email. I doubt it because I got such a weak signal here.
The hotspot's on, no?
It looks like it. I should just take it and just get data. There it is. Oh, you got it? We can, what's it?
We're on live.
Oh. Okay. You said the S word earlier there, Jim.
Welcome, everybody at home.
Yes. So what was it earlier on, Jim, you had a word that started with S?
Sushi?
Wait, it was what?
I think that's what it was.
It was, eh? So I bet you everybody at home would really like to know the lineup from the Bushikan team. Why don't we do that?
Should we go through it?
Yeah, why don't we go through each line by line?
Don't know the starting goalie as of yet, but number 33, Shiba Ryuya is the goalie. The other goalie is Watanabe Amane. First line, forward, Nishimura Asahi. Number 14. Number 18, Takagi Akinori. 34, Tashiro So. Number 2, defense, Kaji Masaki. Number 9, Kimura Shunta. And we're going to get the introductions of the first line later on as well.
They are, and it's, I just saw the Canadian team just skated. No, they didn't skate onto their bench. They walked over that beautiful mat that's great for skates. And And they're sitting, well, some are sitting, some are standing on the bench, getting psyched up. And here comes the Bushican team right now, making their way over to the bench. And then we get to find out who the starting goalie will be here any minute now, eh?
My bet's on 33.
33, and what makes you say that? Just because it's your lucky number?
He's top of the list. Okay. Yeah.
So what do we got now?
All right.
It would be good if we could read it.
We were just going through today's game schedule. Looking at puck drop probably in 6 minutes, right around 1:30 after the anthems, player introductions, and ceremonial face-off.
So you think there'll be a ceremonial face-off today?
There's been one every day. My bet is yes.
Yeah, that's probably a good bet. Who do you think will be dropping the puck today? Somebody famous from Kashiro?
And our famous assistant coach.
Yeah, you think so?
Richard.
Richard? Could be Richard Taki. Did you know that Richard Taki is from Merritt, BC?
I learned that this trip.
Yeah. And did you know that yours truly is also from Merritt, BC?
How small a world is it?
It is a small world. 45 years later, we run into Mr. Richard Taki, the coach from Canada. And hey, well, look what I see there.
Who are those good-looking guys?
So I think they're going to get going here now with the national anthem. Music has stopped. See what happens. Or maybe just another round of U2. What do you think?
When in doubt, U2.
I know. I think. What is that? Does it make you feel like you want to make a trip to Ireland now?
I think any second here. Here we go.
国際親善試合、武修館高校対日本、カナダ国際アイスホッケーチーム、アサヒブレイズの試合を行います。Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2018 JCIH friendly match between Team Bushikan High School and Team Asahi Blaze.
So we're going to introduce the starting lineup here.
Yeah, it looks like we got number 1 on the Asahi
Team
Blades.
Asahi Blaze.
Or he was just standing by the gate because he's the biggest kid and can't fit through it. I'd say that's what that is.
No more room on the bench.
Team Bushikan High School.
No, both teams coming on the ice now, getting ready for another big game. The first game was a bit of a blowout. Canada losing 7-1. Probably a lot to do with spending hours upon hours in the hot tub that day, just before playing a hockey game. Do you think that's a good idea there, Mr. Ingleson?
Definitely not your typical pre-game warm-up ritual.
Yeah, but how about the pre-game meal they had too? It was like French fries and ice cream.
These kids are young. They can bounce back from large fries.
At this time, we ask that you all please rise and remove your hat and direct your attention to the Canadian flag for playing of national anthem. And please remain standing following by the Japanese national anthem. 席ください。Please be seated.
Well, it looks right now maybe they're going to get ready for the opening face-off. Not the opening face-off, the ceremonial face-off.
I see the mayor down on the side of the boards ready to
それ
come
では
on.
記念フェイスオフを釧路市副市長岩隈俊彦様とアサヒブレイズティームマネージャールーカス松田様にお願いいたします。Now we are pleased to have Mr. Toshihiko Iwakuma, the City of Kushiro Deputy Mayor, and Mr. Lucas Matsuda, Team Manager of Asahi Blaze, to deliver the opening remarks.
You're right. We got the mayor of Kushiro here to drop the opening puck against the two captains.
Change up an order on our side. Lucas Matsuda out for our ceremonial face-off. Richard must have pulled a hamstring or something.
It could be right. It could be right. So let's see, who is the captain for the Asahi Blades? His name is Ashida Riku Ashida. He's a defenseman, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, watching him the first game, he's a nice player.
Yeah.
He's got big size, fast,
Thank you very
like everybody
much.
else on the team. Very fast skaters.
Well, isn't that really the key to the game for Bushikan? Bushikan's a very, very fast skating team just in general, making great passes, quick, crisp, clean passes.
Yeah, their puck possession time is probably well over 50%.
Oh, it's huge. It's huge, and the Asahi Blades, Canada team was just formed a few weeks ago, really, and have yet to learn how to gel as a team still. You've seen some progress, and see if we can see it come all together in this game today. Maybe steal one. What do you think?
Well, let's hope so. To your point, I mean, this is their 6th game in 7 days.
It is.
They've played a lot of hockey, done a lot of activities since then, but they're starting to come together little by little.
Yeah. Well, here's the starting lineups they're announcing right now.
Number 1, Jolie and Gelton.
Hey, there's a proud dad here sitting beside me for the starting goalie.
Let's hope for a better result.
Defender, number 25, Leon McDonnell.
Yeah, McDonnell.
That's right. He's a 1990 kid. He's the oldest kid on the team.
Andreas Matsuda. Forward, number 16, Toma Latara.
Oh, they're doing the Japanese tradition there, the bowing to either side of the benches.
Davis Sato.
Let's see what Davis does. Oh, same thing.
Forward, number 14, Jeremy McDonnell.
Yeah, they all did. Oh, he almost fell when he tried that bow. Did you see that?
Way to hold on.
So it looks like we only have, there are two referees and two lineman system today. I think the first game there was only one referee.
Interesting game. Lots of penalties called there.
Oh yeah.
It's hard to get a good game flow going. I think the Asahi team had 32 or 4 minutes that game.
Yeah. What do you think some of the real keys to this game are for the Canadian team?
Well, while we're on the topic of penalties, let's stay out of the box. That would probably be key number 1.
Yeah.
Let's get some flow and some energy into this game.
So what do you think maybe the Canadian team, they maybe slip the referee a couple bucks or something this time, maybe to stay out of the penalty box? Well, not likely, eh? How about a bottle of Yamazaki?
Forward, number 14,
Let's see if that works.
Forward, number 18, Akinori Takagi.
Yeah, so it looks like they're starting with their first overall line on the score sheet here. 94. 34, okay. Kashiro. So.
Here we go.
All right, well, we're getting ready. The music is off. The referees have taken position. They're shaking the hands of the coach. And it looks like we're about to get going here. So we got Mr. Sato taking the opening face-off today. Let's see if we can have a good start, win a face-off, get it deep in the other end, and see if the Canadian team can make some momentum here.
Let's have a good first shift here. Get some momentum going.
Right, here we go. Puck about to draw. It's dropped, and it's a bit of a scramble draw. Back to the Bushican defense. Quickly into the Canadian zone, and it's deep already into the Canadian zone. McDonnell makes a nice play off the sideboards up to the sidewall, and again, it's a bit of a scramble in the corner. Looks like Matsuda made a good play to get it out over the blue line and get it into a bit of a safer zone. A good forecheck here by McDonnell, Jerry McDonnell that is. Forces a giveaway, but did come to no avail. Bushican taking their time, coming out of their own zone. Skating in over the blue line is number 34. Again, didn't really make much of that play. So McDonnell checking closely on number 97. Nice check, kept close with them, and now we're able to get some possession in the Canada zone, but now again, that's a loose puck in the deep corner. Matsuo is open up on the wing, but they can't get it to him, so we're going back the other direction. See if they can get it over to him. That they did. Dixon gets it off the half wall and should be able to allow the Canadian team a bit of a change without having an icing.
And just a note on the icing, so we're playing by effectively NHL rules. It's first to the dot, so the boys need to remember to race all the way down.
Yeah. Boy, McInnes just before you were mentioning that there, Jim, McInnes just laid on a huge check there out in the corner. He's one of the smaller, lighter guys on the team, but he plays with a lot of compete. Really nice to watch him play. So Bushican working their way out of the zone there, and again, it's been a bit tentative. Canada gets it back deep into the Bushican zone. Got a D-to-D pass and a breakout now. Again, the Bushican passing is not as solid as we've seen in the last couple games. And now it looks like there's a good scoring chance here for the Asahi Blades. Over to Rocky Young, and Ward made a beautiful pass over to Rocky Young there, and it was a nice save by the Bushican goalie. Okay, Rocky Young's got the puck, and he's back to the point. Over to Takuma. Rocky Young over to Ward, and we have good control back there. Very good control. Bushican was having a bit of a trouble there again. Oh, a bit of a giveaway. Rocky Young now have a bit of a dangerous spot. Oh, a good tip in front of the net, and a great save by the Bushican goalie. Oh, it's in. Looks like Rocky Young got a rebound in there. Not sure if it was Ben Ward that made the initial shot, but the Asahi Blades take a quick 1-0 lead.
It's just the start they wanted. Good pressure around the net. Michael Rocky Young picks up the puck and slams it right through the goalie's pads.
Yeah,
5-hole.
So let's say we took off the Rocky Young line, and looks like we got Michael Rocky Young's brother, Bradley Rocky Young, playing defense. And I'll see if we can carry the momentum here and put up another quick goal. That'd be great.
Solid shift right after a goal. That's what we're looking for.
Although, are we as announcers supposed to be unbiased here? Or are we allowed to cheer for a team?
Goal for Team Asahi Blades.
Oh.
Number 8, Michael Arachi Young.
Lots of pressure from the Canadian team. Bushican now bringing it out slowly over the red line.
229.
Little flip pass into the goalie, and Ingleson had to be really careful with that because that could have been dangerous. A couple of guys rushing in on him there.
We'll count that as his first shot, so he's officially in the game now.
So right now we have the starting lineup again for the Asahi Blades, and I think also, it's the starting line that was also starting with Bushican, with Tagagi taking the face-off, getting it back to number 8 on the point, which is their team captain. They've switched up a bit here now. I think Bushican is trying to maybe load up a line with a little more power, see if they can get themselves a quick goal.
They want to get right back in this.
Oh, it's nice. Oh, a couple misses there at center ice on a pass, so it's a bit of an advantage there.
No ice call there.
No. So I got the team captain from Bushican now circling behind the net. He's taking a break there, and Bushakan is setting up to bring it out of the zone. Good pass to get it out. Another good green pass over to 24, it looks like. No, a beautiful poke chuck by Bailey. Beautiful poke chuck. And I got McGinnis, who laid that earlier hit there to get the, kind of gets a Canadian team into the game when you lay into a good hit like that. Nice play by Bailey to get it out. Oh, no, they're going to be offside. Yeah, there's an offside call on that one there. So nothing like a little Michael Jackson music to kind of get the team going. Hey, what do you think?
The playlist in this rink, by the way, this rink is beautiful. It's a nice facility. It seats about 3,000. Home of the Cushido Cranes of the Pro League here.
Oh, yeah. So Dixon just lost a face-off there, and it's a Bushakan bringing it out and skating it out over center ice, trying to dump it in deep into the other zone, but they put themselves offside. So it looks like we get to hear some more what, 1980s music, or is this a little more recent?
Michael Jackson's popular. 80s are popular. They got quite the playlist going here, actually.
All right. Bit of a scramble off of the draw. Play in the neutral zone. It looks like I got Matsuda bring it back there. Bit of a soft pass behind that, put his other partner in trouble, but he was able to get out of it. Yeah, and still a bit of a scramble play along the boards there. A couple of guys fighting for the puck, and it looks like Liam McDonnell got it back to his D partner, Matsuda. Number 51 from Bushakan tried to make a move in the corner of McDonnell, but McDonnell's been one of the stronger defensemen in this whole good player, that guy. So, you know, he did. ASAHIBLADES managed to get over the blue line, and now they're now Bushakan making a change, so it's a bit easier for them to get the puck out over there. Oh no, two ASAHIBLADES right each other, and this is it could have been a great scoring chance for Bushakan, but it just slipped off the end of his stick. Battle in the Canadian corner, and looks like Bushakan's come up with it, and this could be dangerous. Back to the point, and looks like tried a shot from the point. That'll be easy for Ingleson to stop something like that. No one in front of him. So one of the youngest players on the team, number 13, Rocco Lacara, had a great couple games recently, and shown that he's actually a very, very strong player. Nice stick by Liam McDonnell to take away a great scoring chance in the slot from the Bushakan team.
Based on what we've seen the past couple games, Bushakan's very good at possession around the net, in behind the net, having a net guy looking for that setup in front, that one-timer. They seem to like that play.
What are the other? They're also playing the other. You mentioned earlier, Jim, the icing rule, but the other part of that rule too is the Canadian team, if you ice it, they also have to stay on the ice.
Right, exactly.
Which is so you have to be careful about getting a little too tired. Have a long shift, and then you ice it, and then you could be in a lot of trouble. Could be a good time for a timeout or something like that. Got 14:51 left on the clock, and looks like, well, I'm not sure what they tried. It was late change there, and they wouldn't let them make the change.
And just to your point, they didn't allow that change.
There's a nice trip just off the face-off there with no penalty call. Interesting call, or non-call that is. The number 9, just beautiful skater, skating it across the ice, and another long shot on Ingleson. Again, a very simple, easy save to make. Ingleson looks like he's relatively sharp so far early in this game. Looks like Bushakan took the puck away from one of our younger players. A bit made of a mistake there, and they ended up with a really good scoring chance to no avail, though. Bushakan working hard in the corner, and they maintain possession. Coming to the slot area, and again, a nice shot, but it was a bit wide. Battle along the boards, along the half boards. It made it out to the center ice area. Again, Bushakan's taking possession. It could be an icing call. It is. So this may be an opportunity for the Canadian team to get some fresh legs on the ice and get a tired Bushakan team
Keep
out
this
there.
line out there. Let's get some in-zone pressure.
Looks like the ASAHIBLADES just changed their defense only, so they got the Rocky Young brothers out there with Ward and Lacara, Rocky Young and Bailey on defense. Let's see if they can get something happen here. Oh, it's a bouncing puck draw. The referee that draw the puck, it bounced like a basketball. Oh, wide open net. Shoots it. They shot a field goal over there. That was Ben Ward with a golden chance to score a goal. Got a great field goal. Rocky Young's controlling the puck behind net. Attempted to get it back in front. Did get it in front, but the Bushakan goalie picked it up and made a fairly easy save again.
Good pressure. You like to see that. This line consistently has has fared well inside the zone.
Yeah, not to take anything away from this line here, the second line with Sato, the older Toma Lakara, and Macdanel. Let's see if they can do something. So Bushican players ring it around the boards, and they take control in their own zone deep in the corner. Team Canada not too aggressive in the forecheck here, just waiting to see if the Bushican defenseman tries to skate it out, which he does. Nice outlet pass on the left side and breaking down the wing hard. Again, all the shots from Bushican now coming from the outside. There's been one that was in the slot area, and it was an easy save for Ingleson. Bit of a battle along the boards, easily won by Bushican, and a D-to-D defense pass there. Played the old hinge pass. Let's see what happens there. A bit of a nice forecheck by Sato. And a giveaway to Bradley Rocky-Young on defense. Over to his deep partner Bailey, and out they skate with it. Tried to get it deep, but again it's stuck in the down at the blue line, but just poked in by Bailey, who's a defenseman going deep into the corner, chasing the Bushican D-man, their captain on top of it, number 8. I have to say, the Bushican team looks a little bit slower or tired today. It's hard to say what, maybe they had their all-day hot tub or something.
Maybe it's the afternoon start.
Yeah, it could be, yeah.
It's not their regular 6 p.m. start.
Could be, yeah.
I agree, there's something a little off. Their passing's a little off today.
Got number 51 for Bushican breaking into the corner, but they really haven't managed to be able to penetrate that danger zone in front of the net to be able to get a decent shot away. Where Canada's had several good chances already to score. Looks like Dixon, another one of our young players, skating out over the ice and tried to get it deep into the Bushican zone, but did get stymied by the Bushican defenseman. But it's Matsuda coming in for a nice shot there on goal. I think it looks like maybe one of the strategies of the Canadian team is to bring their defensemen deep and see if they can get some scoring from the defense.
I like it. They're certainly capable of that.
They are, yeah. They got a good solid defense. In fact, they got 7 defensemen on the team. One of them is playing, number 5 is normally a defenseman, Matsuo. They have him on playing forward today.
You gotta like the compete so far.
You like the what?
You gotta like the compete level so far.
Yeah, so far it's been good. Sure like to see Team Canada go up by another goal here. It would be good to see, but I'm sure any fans that are watching that live or reside in Japan, and especially in Kashira, probably aren't going to agree with that last statement. Good face-off win, and D-to-D passing here, and let's get it out over. Rocky-Young got it out over to the Bushican blue line, but they quickly get it out through a bank off the boards, and got Takama. Oh, a bit of a giveaway, but that was recovered. We got Raka Lakara. Gave it away though. Another giveaway. Boy, a lot of giveaways this game. We got Ben Ward coming in over the line, but he gave it away. So it's deep now. We got a hard forecheck by Rocky-Young on their defensive number 2, and he did steal it from a great steal. He maintains possession deep in the Bushican zone to Lakara. Comes out in the net. Oh, tried a quick bank shot. Oh, was that in?
Looked like there was some fumbling there.
Well, there's some sticks in the air, but I think that's just because they're probably doing a bit of jostling in front of the net.
I noticed Ben Ward in particular is very plays that agitator role quite well.
He does.
He's got a lot of compete in him. He's digging for that puck. You see the puck got caught up in the goalie's pad there. They're digging deep
they went puck mining there and found it in his pad there, eh? Well, see, that's right. You're right with Ben Ward. Like, you really, really like to have players like Ben Ward. He's such a hard worker, hard skater, and he's got some good skill. He's somebody that gets the whole team going when you see him playing on the ice there.
Really play off him, yeah.
Nice face-off win by the Blades again, but a great stick by number 11 on the Bushican. Number 11 is Tanichi Yuto. We got Bailey in the corner, but a bit of big giveaway. Oh, okay, so I got a penalty on Bushican. Looks like a hooking penalty.
First penalty of the day.
On, let's see if he can get a number there. Jim, can you see that number? He won't turn his back to us. In shame.
Looks like 11.
Number 11. Who might number 11 be?
Tanichi Yuto.
Tanichi Yuto. So they leave the Ben Ward line on the ice. The power play, they got Bailey and Rocky-Young on defense. Let's see if they can generate a goal from this one.
Last game, the Asahi team Had really great possession on the power play.
They did.
That carries through.
They had great possession. It was really good.
2 minutes penalty.
So Rocky Young looked like he kept it in and gets it off to Ben Ward in the corner. A bit of a soft pass there. He gave it to a guy that was already checked, so they were going deep back into the row now to retrieve the puck. Bradley or Rocky Young behind his net, waiting for the power play to set up. It's a handoff to Lacara, and a good pass up to Ben Ward. It's an easy skate into the other zone. Ben Ward makes a nice play. Beautiful backhand, top corner. Well set up, well set up. And this is what the Canadian team had really needed to have happen today, is to get up a couple of goals. And on a team from Bushican that really looks a bit flat today.
They haven't had that cushion all week with this team, so we're off to a great start here.
And did you know, I don't think in the history of the Asahi Blades team, which goes back to when? I'm going to put you on the spot there a bit.
I want to say we're well over 20 games now.
Yeah, something like that. And it goes back to year 2000, I believe, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And they, to date, to my knowledge, have not beat the Bushican team.
Yeah,
so
I think you're right.
I don't know if I've just jinxed the team or not. I hope not. But let's see what happens here.
Goal for Team Asahi Blades, scored by number 10, Ben Ward, assisted by number 13, Loco Lacara, and number 6, Sam Dixon. Time 9:53.
Well, it's interesting they gave Sam Dixon the assist on that, because he wasn't even on the ice on that play. But you know, referees aren't perfect, are they? But good for Sam Dixon. That might be I think that's just probably a second point. Oh, beautiful pressure by the Canadian team. They're just keeping it going here. Nice save by the Bushican goalie on a tip right in front by Mr. Liam McDonnell. Again, deep into the corner, and you got the other brother, Jeremy McDonnell, that forecheck in the corner. Was not successful, but put in a nice effort. Matsuda, a bit of a fan on a bit of a slap shot, got more, probably more ice than he got puck on that shot. Now it's coming back deep into the Canadian zone where you have a forward on defense. Let's see if he can make a play with it. Or he did. Maybe not the best play, and it's give away in front of the net, but Engelson well positioned to make a great save.
And there's that play. Keep a guy in front of the net, and they look for that.
They do that. That's one of the things with the Bushican team. You know, you cannot make a mistake. If you make a mistake, you'll probably find that puck very quickly in the back of your net, or at least a very good scoring chance.
Very quickly, they turn that puck around, and it's in your zone.
So we got Dixon against number 88, Bushican the face-off there, and Dixon won it cleanly, but it's a bit of a battle in the Canadian corner. Bushican looks like they're trying to work a bit harder now, realizing they're down a couple of goals. So number 88 still battling really hard. You got to like that kind of compete level from Sasaki. I wonder if that's our backup goalie's cousin, maybe long-lost cousin, Carter Sasaki. What do you think, Jim? Could it be?
I saw them chatting after the first game. I think they might have figured it out.
They might have. It looks like the Team Canada's getting a penalty here.
Canada's first penalty coming up.
So this is an opportunity now for Bushican to get back in this game quickly. They've very, very smart play. They've allowed time for their goalie to change. They got their top line on the ice, and they're doing a breakout from their own end. Let's see if the Canadian team can get possession here quickly, get a whistle. 7-on-5 is very difficult, but it's a good thing it's not 7-on-5, it's 6-on-5.
I was going to say,
if there's 7-on-9, if there's 7 out there.
Practice 7-on-5.
Yeah, if there's 7 out there, that's a bit of a problem, and the Bushican team should get a penalty. So you got the team captain controlling the puck at the point, number 8. Shot it over the net, a bit of a nice field goal there, but you don't get 3 goals for that field goal. Number 18 is circling around that, maintaining good possession, and there it goes. Team Canada had possession of the puck, and the referee did not blow the whistle. That was an interesting non-call. There we go. We got the call now. Let's see what the penalty call is. Charging.
That's a charge.
A charge on the one. Could it be on one of the smallest players on the team getting a charging penalty? Mr. McGinnis. Do you know where McGinnis is from?
I want to say it's Kamloops.
You're right.
Beautiful Kamloops.
You got Kamloops, yeah. He's from Kamloops, and there's a number of players. Again, the guy taking the face-off, right, Mr. Ben Ward, the guy that scored the last goal. He's another Kamloops hockey player, but he's playing for the South Delta Hockey Academy, I think, for the last year at least, and maybe the following year coming up. Let's see if Bushican can get anything on the power play. So it looks like they're trying to set up. They're doing a couple short passes in the corner. Really not causing much damage. Oh, it was a very, very poor pass, which is almost intercepted by the Canadian team. On the penalty kill, you got Iraqi Young on defense with Bailey. And on forward, you've got Lacara and Ben Ward. See if they can make any, there it is, good. The Bushican team made a very, very poor choice of shots there and just basically running around the boards and brought it out of their own zone.
Trying to go after that high corner.
They were. They've tried that a few times. And again, they look really flat today to me, Jim. They get an offside on a power play like that. Something's a little off today.
They really do. It's a national holiday here in Japan.
Is it?
So perhaps there was some celebrating last night, and like you say, it's a bit earlier.
You think the 14-year-olds or say the 18-year-olds on the Bushican team maybe got a bit into the sake?
Sake, who knows what they get up to?
Well, what would you think they get into? What do you think?
Well, it could have been a parade, late night parade, yukata, sake, beer.
It could have been a lot of things, eh?
You know, those vending machines are open till
That's right. Anybody
midnight,
can put a quarter in a vending machine here and get a bottle of 18% sake. Oh, that was so well set up by the Bushican team. Just really worked the puck around through the Canadian defense and got a beautiful, glorious scoring shot. I don't know how that didn't go in the net, actually. Bit of a kind of a low percentage shot from the point there. They didn't really make it through until after it went off 3 or 4 bodies and through pretty easy pickup by the goalie Engelson.
Tight battle in front of the net there.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a replay going.
Or it's live. One of the two.
Now we're live. Back live.
See if Canada can win this face-off and get a quick icing, you know?
43 seconds left in the power play.
43 seconds, okay. Worked it back to the point. Looks like they're trying to set the same play. Again, it's not going to go through, and the Team Canada's doing a really, really good job clogging up the front of the net. Really, the shots aren't really getting through.
That one looks like
and Engelson, good size for a goalie. You got Iraqi Young now skating the puck out. I think he should. Oh, he's completely grabbed and pulled down there. And interesting that wasn't a penalty either.
Ref's taking a break on that.
Yeah.
One.
Dane. So puck along the half boards here. You got 88. Again, they're trying to make penetration from that wide angle there.
15, penalty expired.
So Team Canada back at full strength now. No damage done. They got to be happy with that penalty kill. Again, the Team Bushican, they did have one glorious scoring chance here, which I was very surprised didn't go in. So it looks like the Asahi-Blades have iced the puck here. I think I believe they thought that there was still a penalty there because they didn't really need to ice that puck. He had lots of time.
And again, so players got to stay out. No change for Team Asahi. And I'm looking at Andreas Matsuda. He took 2 pucks to the foot. He was limping off there a little bit. I'm sure he wanted to get off the ice, but he's going to stay on.
Well, so Bushican maintains possession, and they've got in the corner. Oh, you got Matsuda skated hard, then he's got the puck. Let's see if they can get it out. They get some damage here. Okay, Mr. McDonnell was not successful getting the puck out along the near boards. And there's quite a battle going along the sideboard as Bushican comes out and is successful getting it. But, you know, again, a poor choice of plays. He had a defenseman wide open there, could have fed it to it for a pretty good scoring chance, but chose to make a low percentage shot.
Weak shot wide.
Yeah, a weak shot and just went wide with no damage. Again, Bushican has maintained possession against a very tired Team Canada line. And really, there's just a lot of skating around in circles, really. They're making circles around the team from Canada. And now it looks like Canada's not taking this opportunity to make a change. Oh, a beautiful shot by McInnes from Kamloops there. Went for the low outside corner, hoping for a rebound, and he got the rebound. It just was narrowly not knocked in.
It was a good idea.
It was a great idea. So Canada's managed to make a change. And out they come. No. Blocked along the wall there. Bushican maintains possession, but a bit of a scramble, and out. Canada dumps a high one onto the goal, directly on goal, which is great and enable a change. It's like the Canadian team is doing some line matching here. Maybe they see some advantage in that. Nice save on the on the far post by Engelson.
Again, not a high percentage shot there.
Not a high percent, no. No, Engelson's looked solid. Now, he hasn't had a really, really big test yet, and we'll see we'll see how this period goes. There's 3:36 remaining in the first period. Team Canada maintaining a 2-0 lead over Bushican, which was rare so far for this team to be ahead like this. It's like Cody Takuma has the puck in the corner, makes a decent pass over to his D partner, which was Hoover. And you got Dixon coming into the Bushican end. There's a bit of a battle in the corner. You got 3 Canadian players in the corner now against 2 of the Bushican guys, and the Bushican player comes out with a puck.
Saucer pass to get into the zone.
Look, Takuma looked really solid there. I think the smaller Bushican player got scared of the larger number 40, Cody Takuma. And we got number Dixon breaking in on the near post. Great breakout, just slides it across the goal line, not quite going in the net. Oh, it's very dangerous now, a 2-on-1 for Bushican. Oh, and Ingelsson comes across his nets and makes a great save on number 11 on the Bushican team. Number 11, Tanichi Yuto. Great scoring chance. Okay, now it's a 4-on-2 with Bushican. All the Canadian forwards are all tired. They stayed on the ice way too long. Okay, looks like a bit of a dangerous rush coming up here with Ben Ward leading the way. Tried a pass to Michael Araki-Young in the slot, but it was a nice block by the defenseman. Some high jostling and cross-checking in the corner with number 77 and Ben Ward. Bradley, a beautiful back pass to the backboards there.
We'll have to keep our eye on number 10 and number 77.
Yeah.
Probably see a long game battle there.
Number 77 is Suzuki. Yeah, Michael Araki-Young breaking in on the far wing. Easy check by the Bushican defenseman. Just took it off his stick with looked like a very little effort from Araki-Young. You got the other Araki-Young, Bradley, with possession. He gets it back to his D partner, Ryan Bailey. But Ryan Bailey just passed it to nobody actually out in the neutral zone area. And a bit of a dangerous bump. So Bradley works it up to Michael Araki-Young in the wing, but again, it didn't make it through. I think the Canadian team needs to be careful right now. They got a tired line on the ice, and it's deep in their own zone, and they're having trouble getting it over the blue line even right now. Oh, and they so it's 6 inches from going over the blue line, and it did not go out. Could be dangerous. So you got Bradley at the puck. Bradley Araki-Young skating it out of the zone. Maybe he'll make an end-to-end rush and score a goal and make his dad proud. Off to his brother though, Michael Araki-Young, who makes a beautiful toe drag and pass it to really nobody in front of the net. Got Jeremy McDonnell, hard forecheck into the corner with no success, and it's out in the neutral zone with Liam McDonnell over to his D partner Matsuda. Matsuda skating it over the end and getting it to the Jerry McDonnell, who just dumps it deep into the Bushican end. So if the Canadian team can get out of here with 30 seconds to go with a 2-0 lead, you'd think the coaches on the Asahi Blades team would be pretty happy, eh?
Gotta be happy with that. Go in for the ice clean, have a break, get recharged, and come out strong for the second period.
That's right. What do you think you'll see from the Bushican team? Probably a pretty fast start coming into the second period.
Different team.
Yeah. 5 seconds to go in the second period. Doesn't look like Bushican's going to do any damage to the Canadian team. And there is the horn ending the first period.
Pretty good effort. Get a 12-minute break now, and I think the boys need it.
So what would be your synopsis for that period? How would you sum everything up from that one?
Well, I think you called it right. It's we haven't seen the Bushican team a little sloppy.
Shots on the goal in the first
they
period.
look a little tired. They're a little off. Let's see if this break they come out a bit sharper.
Yeah, it wasn't the Bushican team that we're used to seeing there. They say I did make the comment, they were maybe in the hot tub. I was being a bit facetious there, but they didn't come out with the energy that we've seen so far. How about the Canadian team? What did you see from what your experience was watching them this time?
I like the effort. So, as I mentioned at the start of the broadcast, this is their 6th game in 7 games. 7 days, excuse me. And, you think they're tired, but, maybe they're playing for some pride here. You talked about the ongoing record that they have with Bushican. Maybe today will be the day that they can give that a test.
Yeah, and maybe one of the things that was different for today is yesterday was more or less a day off for them. They were very busy and experiencing the Japanese culture, having the homestay experience, was, I would suggest, was probably quite relaxing and refreshing for them to have a bit of a change in the pace. And you can see maybe that's come out, and they've come out with a little more energy and a little more drive, and a little more desire. And let's see if they can keep that up.
Yeah, no bus travel, no travel days.
Yeah. So I think we have a 10-minute and 20-second break here now. I'm going to suggest that maybe we go drink some more beer. Or maybe sake. What do you want? Okay, we got a choice of beer, whiskey, or sake this time.
Yes, yes, and yes.
Yes, yes, and yes. Yeah. Yes. And you know what? We have a special guest speaker. And she is...
oh, you just scared her off.
It looks like we just scared her off here, but we had one of the parents. Well, look, we have another parent. We have Nira Takama, who wants to come and say hi. Come and say hi to the massive crowd. You have to look into the camera there. Come on up. Let's see if you have anything to say. See if we can get Amy Araki up here too. Okay, you have to move over here so you got the cameras right there. Yeah. There she is. There she is. Can you see her?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there she is. Yeah. But right now, they don't have you on. This is what's on the TV screen right now.
First period, look like locked on outside, nothing really.
What do you think? What's your synopsis of the first period?
Well, it looked like our boy had good night rest. That's why our game is up.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right.
I think it's a good thing they didn't go in the hot tub. Yeah. All right. So I think that, we just did 20 minutes of talking or more. I think it's time for us to take a break.
I think it's
Maybe
time for a break.
I think we should
strong ourselves.
Yes, we should. I think we should put a couple pesos in the machine, and maybe get something to drink.
See what comes out.
All right. We'll be back in about 10. Yeah, that was good. Let's see. I'd like to see Bradley get on the. He's been on the scoreboard so far with a penalty. All right. We are ready to get started with the second period. The referees are in position, and the music has started.
That means game time.
And what era is this one? This is the 80s again?
How would you characterize this? Scottish rap?
Scottish rap. Is it? Oh, so this may be the 2010s or something.
This could be New Age Scottish.
New Age Scottish. Like maybe they're doing this in honor of the MacDonnell family. Could be. You don't know. So how many? There's Mr. Engelson. Are you aware that there are 4 teams or 4 sets of parents on this team where they have spent the money to bring 2 of their kids over? Do you know what they are?
You mentioned one. That's the McDonald's.
Yes.
There's the Iraqi Youngs.
You got it.
There's the...
Starts with a T.
Takamas.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm missing one.
Okay. Well, you know what? We'll come back to that because the play is underway, and you can think about who that 3rd family or the 4th family is that you might be missing. Oh, nice poke check by Engelson. Oh, looks like Michael Irakian is going to get a boarding call for taking the Bushcan player hard into the boards. It was a debatable call, I guess, but
I don't know.
Again, he could have injured the player.
That.
Yeah, they got to avoid those kind of checks where you're hitting somebody that may be going headfirst into the boards. We'll save it. So Bushcan heads controlling the play. Behind the net, he's got 72 over to their captain, and it comes out, number 8. Now they're regrouping, and it looks like Bushcan has an opportunity to get back into this game. We got all five of the Canadian players were standing on their own blue line there. That was like an impenetrable wall. No one was going to get through that.
That was the Canadian border wall.
It was, and so
sponsored by Trump.
One of the strengths with the Bushcan team is their ability to pass it around in the offensive zone and really find that open guy and make a good scoring chance. They're making this 2-minute penalty. They've been on the ice with 6 attackers for a good, it must be close to a minute already. And still, the team from Canada has not had possession. There they go at it now. That's it. The whistle will go off with Mr. Ben Ward touching the puck. And this is going to be the break that Bushcan really does need right now to try and get back into this game.
Early in the period, there's still lots of game to go. Let's see who we got out on the ice for on the PK.
Let's see here. Well, it looks like they're leaving Ben Ward out there. He's already had a long shift, I thought, but let's see. So there is one other family that you haven't got there, and it starts with an L.
Of course, the Lacaras.
La Cara, they got 2 boys there too, that's right. So 4 families having 2 kids here.
I'd venture a guess that's the highest brother ratio per team in the history of the JCIH.
You could be right with that, yeah. So look, the Bushcan team is controlling the puck on the power play, deep in the Canadian zone behind that. It's a great, nice pass out to number 77 on defense, and a couple of D-to-D passes, and really like a interesting shot from the point. It was almost like a flip shot, and Engelson just easily steered it into the corner. I'm not really quite sure what they were trying to do with that one.
You've seen them do that in the past too, when they're crowded in the front of the net, but nobody was there.
Yeah, that was an interesting play. We had Ben Ward just a moment ago had a really nice stick there and poked it off the Bushcan defenseman's stick for clearing it over the. Oh no! It looks like Team Canada is going down 5-3 again. Again, this is what got the Asahi Blades in trouble last time they played. Was getting all these penalties, and now here it is. They've got the Bushcan team has a full minute, just over a full minute, of getting a 5-on-3 power play. Let's see what they can do.
First key of the game: stay out of the box.
Yeah.
Based on our previous 2 games with these guys.
So it looks like the
power play time is key here. So it
looks like the Bushcan team is going with Unio on the left wing. On defense, they got their captain, Ishida. On the face-off, the double 8s is Kaji. Yep. Actually, it's not.
Team Asahi Blades, number 18, Kyle
And then,
Cooper.
so it's really a 5-on-3. We'll see what happens here. Again, Bushcan is keeping it on the perimeter. The team from Canada doing a good job making sure that they keep it out and nothing that's really dangerous. But the Well set up to a great pass across the ice to number 8 on a one-time slap shot with really Engelson had really no chance on that.
Went right under his arm, trying to get over but didn't make it in time.
Well, like we said before the break, Jim, is the Bushican needed a quick goal to get back in this game, and here's the pass on the replay over to number 8, and a beautiful one-time shot where really again it'd have to be like a highlight reel save if he was going to make that save.
These guys are tough 5-on-3. Their possession game's so good. You're just chasing the puck the whole time, and they still got a minute 40 to go on a power play.
Yeah, so Bushican still on the power play. And again, a team from Canada has to stay out of the penalty box. That is really their key for this game. So we got Bradley Rakiyoung staying on the Bushican player. And they're controlling it very well. Number 13 back to number 8 and in the slot. Great scoring position, but again, it was a bit of a weak shot. Easy save for Ingolson. Looks like the Bushican team left their number 1 power play on the ice for that. They're making a change now to get some fresh legs out there. Whereas the team from Canada, they've left Bradley Rakiyoung, Ryan Bailey, Rocco Lakara, and Mr. Sato.
See if they can kill off the remaining 110 here.
Let's see, there's a chance to clear it. It was not cleared though. Rakiyoung had more time than he thought on that one and did not make a great clear. But again, I'm probably being a little hard on my own little boy, eh? So Rakiyoung had the chance to redeem himself, and can he do it? He does. He gets it all the way down the ice on a good clear down and very deep now into the Bushican end. Allows for a change in the D partners, and you got Takama out there with Matsuda, a couple solid defensemen. So you got number 10 on the Bushican team racing the puck and getting it deep into the zone, but makes a really poor pass. Easy to intercept. And,
great pressure there.
Nice pressure by Rakiyoung again there. Oh, and nice hit on the Bushican player. It's very slow to get up in the corner, and number 77 having a hard time. You know, Engelson made a beautiful left pad save there on a shot that could easily have gone into the net. So Bushican maintaining good pressure down deep into the Canadian zone. Loose puck in front of the net, which is easily scooped up by Engelson, forcing a face-off to his right.
And that should do it. We got 2 seconds left here. And, let's see if Team Asahi can win the face-off and get Hoover on as he exits the box here.
Yeah. So this is a key face-off win here now. If Rakiyoung can get the puck back to his own man, but he loses the face-off, and now there's a. But again, recovers nicely from that. Good check. It's interesting, Jim, that unlike in the North American hockey, the Japanese hockey, they announced the completion of a penalty.
Yeah, I thought that was something a little different as well.
So the Canadian team in trouble, but this was one of the first. I saw a good penalty this time. The fellow, the Bushican player, broke through, split the defense, was in there on alone, all by himself, and the Canadian player, Takama, gave him a really nice hook, as you can see on the replay there. Really, very well could have saved a goal on that play. So there are such things as good penalties, and that was one of them.
I agree. Had to be done, but I don't like the trend here. 3 in a row for Team Asahi. Let's kill this one off and get back on the board.
It's kind of reminiscent of the game yesterday in the second period, where the team from Canada was on the penalty kill for really probably 80% of the period.
Seemed like the entire period.
And again, it's another face-off loss for the ASAHIBLADES team. Again, with the Bushican playing, they're so good on the power play with their passing around, and they have a lot of set plays. So this is going to be difficult. Team Canada needs to get their possession. Oh, beautiful stick there by Bailey. So we got Toma Lakara and McDonnell, Rakiyoung, and Bailey all on the penalty kill for Canada. And looks like the Bushican team has their number 1 power play. Oh, their second power play on the ice right now. They brought it in deep, but there's really no opening there for them to break through. There, Jeremy McDonnell in a nice spot right in the slot. I think the Team Canada coaches have told them really is what they've done to them is just to plug up that middle and don't allow any passes to come through in that danger zone. They can take, the Bushican team really looks like they can take any shot they want from a wide angle and just and really nothing that could be too dangerous.
Yeah, if you give them the outside, I mean, that's low probability.
Nice check by Iraqi Young
Great
there
check.
to get possession of the puck, but again, the solid defensive play has the Bushican team out there with their #1 power play game, with their captain on power play as the quarterback for this one, over to number 13. 13 skates around, and they're all circling around, maintaining possession. Again, the Bushican team keeping it on the perimeter, looking for that shot in close, but they're really not going to get against this Canadian team, who are really well coached in this game.
Really like the way Canada's boxing them out. Just keep them on the outside. They can pass it around all day long.
That's right. That's right. So we got 40 seconds left in the penalty, or is it 20? It's 26 seconds left in the penalty to Takama. Takama's number 40. I got that mixed up at the time. So here's another really important face-off win that is needed for Ben Ward from Canada. And it's a clean win. Let's see if they can make some noise with it. No, it was a really nice clearing attempt, but it was a nice play, defensive play by the Bushican defenseman to keep it in.
Great stick by Okara there.
So what happened there? It looks like it went off. Did it go off the Bushican player? It did, and clear into the bench area. Hopefully nobody was hurt there.
Inside the blue line,
So another key face-off for the Ben Ward of the Canadian team against number 88. Let's see who can win this one. A clean win and a deep clear this time, just as they drew it up in the book there. If Howie Meeker is here, he would say, "Jumpin' G. Willikers, Jim." That was a nice play.
Oh.
Is that a toe drag by the?
Went around like a hoop around the
Team
barrel.
Asahi Blades, number 40, penalty expired.
And I'm not sure if the people listening hear that, but the one thing that's unique here in Japan is they do announce when a penalty is over, which is actually a real advantage for the team that's on the defensive that has the penalty kill, because knowing when your player is back in the play really says a lot what they can do or can't do with the puck at that particular time, especially if they've got possession. It could be an opportunity for a breakout pass.
They're looking for that guy exiting the box, and exactly.
Yeah. All right, so they've got the, it looks like a really promising 3-on-2 for the Canadian team, and looks like Rocco Lacara was just slightly offside, and the call was made.
Not happy with that call.
Not happy with the call at all, no. But let's see what the Canadian team can do right now. Another face-off win would be useful. Got number 18 against the face-off guru, Ben Ward, number 10. Bushican with possession, taking a hard hit from the 150-pound Ben Ward. They got top line, looks like up against top line. And right now, Bushican carrying the play deep in the Canadian zone. A bit of jostling in front of the net there. Canadian players will have nothing to do with that in terms of letting anybody come anywhere near their goalie.
That's Canada hockey right there.
It is. It is. We need more of that, actually. If we can get the Team Canada into the game and that level of play, I think that would make a big difference to them to maybe increase their lead.
Next goal's key.
Face-off. The Bushican team is quite good on the face-off. They've won, I'd say, probably more than their fair share of face-off. Rocky Young breaking in with a nice pass to Mr. Ward. Oh, it was a nice attempt to get a pass across to the streaking Lacara into the slot. Pass the possession for Ben Ward behind the net to the point. Matsuda with a shot on net. No, that was Hoover with a shot on net. Rocky Young with the puck possession. Back to Takama. Over to Ward in the corner. Ward circles the puck, keeps the possession. Attempts to make a little pass back to the point, but it's blocked by the Bushican player. It does stay in the line, however, and a bit of a back and forth along the boards, but it finally comes out over the Team Canada blue line. Great hustle by the Bushican player to...
Great back check.
Yeah, great back check. And Takama managed to keep the pace and prevented a good scoring chance. Ben Ward breaking in 1-on-2. Good snapshot. Easy save. But what this is a face-off deep in the Bushican zone and a fresh set of legs on there. That's kind of where you like to be.
Good opportunity to reset, get some fresh legs out there, and that's...
Yeah, so I've been meaning to ask you, Jim. Ingleson is a Japanese name, and a lot of Japanese names have meaning. Like if you say your last name is Akira or something like that, that might mean like you're a pretty flower. So what about Ingleson? Is Ingleson, like what's the meaning in Japanese of Ingleson? Like it's a very common Japanese name.
Very common. It's like Smith. Multiple meanings. You know, takes its root from the samurai age.
It does. Yeah. Do you have a left-handed sword or a right-handed sword?
Always goes to the right.
Oh, you know what? I think Jordy Ingleson in goal there just used his sword with his left hand, or with his right hand, beautifully there. Must come from the samurai experience from the.
That's the lineage.
That's the lineage. That's what you like to see.
That stuff.
So Bradley Iraqi Young made an attempt to get it over the red line, and he did, putting Bushican back offside there. Well, that's interesting. I didn't know that about your history. You know, having the Japanese background. Ingleson actually sounds kind of English to me, but
Well, we learn a lot about each other on these trips.
Yeah, we do.
I learned you're from Merritt.
Yeah, I'm from Merritt. Yeah, that's where we learn how to chase tumbleweed there. All the tumbleweed blowing all over the street.
Bush parties and tumbleweeds.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're
ref's
done.
down.
Okay, well, is that going to be an icing call or it's a penalty call? That's another penalty call coming up. Well, this is a nice opportunity for the team from Canada. They call it a high stick on, let's get this fellow's name here. They always have him at their back. It's 80, is it 88? Sasaki. No, is that Suzuki? Sasaki. Oh, that's Carter Sasaki's cousin, the goalie on the Team Canada team. Sasaki Yuka. I bet you Sasaki and our team must have given him some money, take a few penalties and help Canada get in this game. So on the power play, we've got, looks like Dixon taking the face-off out there with McInnes and Natsuo. And we've got McDonnell on the point together with Bailey. So we'll see if they can make some noise here or not. So we got Bailey parked behind the net. Team Canada setting up to rush the puck, and Bailey starts off a very smooth skater. Bailey, easy pass off to McDonnell, the other defenseman, and they maintain possession in the deep in the end. Probably McInnes there had the puck and really was 1-on-4 and made a bit of a poor choice. But you know what we have here now, Jim? You can say it.
It's penalty time.
It's penalty time, but for a different team this time.
We've seen a number of 5-on-3s throughout the 3 games here with Bushikan. Asahi's got many of those against us, but now it's time for them to take advantage of this one.
It is. So we've got the power play unit of Ben Ward, Michael Iraqi Young, Rocco Lacara, Leah McDonnell, and Ryan Bailey. Again, the importance of winning a face-off was just highlighted right there. Bushikan won the face-off, and within 5 seconds, it's in the Team Canada zone.
We're 10 seconds down on the power play.
And yeah, already. So easy skate into the other zone there. Set up of the point there, and it's over to Bailey. And here they go. Starting off with a pass into the skates, but they were able to maintain possession. So it's a bit of back and forth. McDonald with the puck. Over to Ben Ward in the corner. Into the slot to Lacara. Lacara didn't really have an opportunity, so he's looking to a bit of a circle over to Ben Ward. Into the slot, a great scoring position, but a nice save. Nice save by the goalie number 33, Ryua Chiba. No M in that one. Okay, so I'm not sure what strategy the Canadian team has to take on faceoffs here, but they've lost way more than their share of faceoffs. This would be a good one for the win. There's the scoring chance on the replay there. There was a rebound.
Right, but actually the goalie fumbled that little bit.
Okay, another complete clean loss by the Canadian team and no forecheck whatsoever. Again, that's something they got to do a lot better than what they're doing there. The opportunity to race the puck out. Ben Ward bringing it over at the Bushikan blue line. Drop pass to Lacara. Lacara has possession. Looking for a man in the open. Back to the point at McDonnell. McDonnell back over to Lacara. Lacara sees Iraqi Young open in the corner. Gets it to him. Oh, and a surprise pass across the goal line. Almost fooled them. Ben Ward with the puck. Circling. Into Iraqi Young in the corner. Behind the net. Tried a quick sneaky pass to the short side. Back over to Ward. Ward to the point. Shot for the point, but it's an easy block. Is it kept in? Oh, he kept in it, but brought it out himself. An interesting play on a 5-on-3.
Sasaki's out of the box.
I think the Canadian team should think about changing their power play lineup here and not really getting anything too dangerous on this power play.
A strong effort.
16 seconds left in the penalty. We'll see what happens here. Ward a chance on his own. Nice, going for the top right-hand corner, and a nice glove by the goalie, Chiba from Bushikan.
We'll stop that. We got 9 seconds to try and win a face-off and get a shot.
That's right. So looks like we got Sato on the face-off out there with Jerry McDonnell. And I can't see the other number there, but on the point you got Bradley Rocky Young out there with Hoover. Got a couple seconds here maybe to get a bit of scoring chance. Looks like the time is going to run out before they get a decent shot on net. Teams are at even strength now. No, they tried to get it in front of the net, high stick there, but it's touched by Bushikan, so the play continues. The Bushikan player number 14 brings it out to the ice, but again, a little bit off. A little bit of lack of coordination there. It's an offside by Bushikan.
They're showing signs of their speed, but you're right, still just a little bit off.
I wonder if you've been keeping track of the shots on goal. If you haven't been, do you think it's pretty even?
First period's a little even. Took a few minutes for Team Asahi, given the 3 penalties, to get their first shot, the second. But they're coming on.
Well, giveaway by McDonnell in the Canadian zone, but he recovers on his own giveaway to race the puck in there. Coming 1-on-3. Tries a nice pass out to the slot area, but it went by everybody into the far corner. Bushikan with the puck now. It is deflected towards the goal, and Ingleson makes a wise choice to cover up with a strong forecheck on its way onto him there.
So Jim, what's your highlight of the week been so far?
My highlight of the week? Well, I have to say my highlight of the week is what I'm doing right now. This is an awesome opportunity, and the hosts from Kashiro, were gracious enough to give us this opportunity to be able to hear and broadcast this game to I'm sure, the hundreds of thousands of viewers that are watching us right now. And this is an opportunity for me to maybe renew my contract. And, it's hard to live on only 6 figures. And, if I can get into the 7-figure range, man, maybe this exposure will help it. How about you?
Well, I've always looked up to Jim Houston, and this is, or am I the Craig Simpson? I'm hoping to kick off a new career path right here.
It is a new career path. I have to say, I wouldn't have, if you not told me that, I would have thought that you have done this many, many times before. Are you trying to tell the audience here that they paid good money for somebody who's never done this before?
Well, you know the old saying, you get what you pay for.
You get what you pay for. Okay. You know what would be really good right now?
A Sapporo?
A Sapporo. You got it.
Stay local.
Even a bit. I'm thinking though, like if we had an Asahi, that an Asahi, and that might give the team momentum. I wonder if anybody in the audience is listening to us, the hundreds of thousands of people that are listening to us now, if there's anybody that lives near the rink that either brought us a Sapporo or an Asahi, wouldn't that be something?
Shout out to people with their smartphones watching this game that could text people in the rink to maybe run to a vending machine.
Or better yet, go to a vending machine. I think, Jim, like we've seen, it's pretty clear that a vending machine will only get you one Sapporo or one Asahi. I think if anybody out there that, is listening to this game now and has that opportunity to jump in their car or maybe walk across the street, I'm sure there's a liquor store. Got to be one here somewhere.
5-minute walk.
And from there you can get 6 beer, and then that 6 beer could probably make it us through the 3rd period. Okay, let's pay attention to this game here. We had a couple stoppages in the play with Ingleson covering the puck wisely again, but the puck has been deep in the Canadian zone for probably a good minute or something now, and it looks like a high stick called by Canada, but it's not a penalty high stick, just a contact high stick, and it might be a good time for both teams to change lines, which is what they're doing.
Time for a fresh start.
Yeah, time for a fresh start. So we've got a full change. We got the line from Canada is the Iraqi young line there with Lakara and Ward. And on defense, you've got the Michael Iraqi Young's brother, younger brother, year 2002 kid, Bradley Iraqi Young, paired with, looks like, his regular defense partner, Ryan Bailey. Yeah,
Nice stick.
nice stick there. Let's see. Another nice stick by Iraqi Young to get the puck into the corner. So race for the puck in the corner. Iraqi Young knocks it up to his brother, Michael, up along the boards, and they manage to keep it along the boards. Bouncing in there, and looks like Bailey gets it back to Iraqi Young, who has time to bring it out there. And oh, a nice pass to his brother, Michael, to Ben Ward, actually, but he didn't see the pass as it came up between his legs. Bush again has possession, and good hit by Michael. The two captains jostling away. The Bushakan captain took the first shot to the back of the head to Michael, and looks like they got a bit of a rivalry going on here.
Looks like they're both going to go.
It does look like they're going. It looks like Michael Iraqi Young's getting a penalty. We're not sure for what, and not happy about it. Slamming a stick against the ice. Or against the boards. Against the boards. The boards look like the ice, so that's an honest mistake, right? The boards are white, ice is white. You can forgive me, right?
So let's see what they do here. It's been different for the different games we've been.
Yeah.
Looks like 4-on-4. A couple days ago they went 5-on-5 with coincidental minors, but
Yeah.
looks like they're going 4-on-4 today.
Yeah, that's nice to see. A 4-on-4 hockey probably favors the Bushakan team. They have they're a very, very fast skating, good passing team, and they have a lot more space now to do that.
And there seems to be some extra confusion around maybe one of the calls here.
Oh, looks like there's a misconduct penalty call or something to the ASAHIBLADES. We'll find out what the call here in a minute. But they're putting another player in the box. I think Michael Iraqi Young took an extra penalty. Well, it's interesting. So they got Jerry McDonnell up for 2 minutes, who wasn't even on the ice. So maybe they're putting his number on there as serving the penalty because the Iraqi Young probably got a misconduct of some
Looks like
kind.
there's a misconduct call. Let's hear what the call is.
So it seems that the ASAHIBLADES didn't realize that it was a 4-on-4 scenario, and when they got quick possession and iced the puck, not realizing that it would get an icing call.
So no harm, no foul on that one, but yeah, let's
I think they got to get their head in the
should
game.
Wake up here.
Okay, 4-on-4 hockey, you see what happens. You got two of the faster forwards on the Canadian team out there. Ben Ward came breaking on the wing there and tried a quick shot to maybe catch the Bushakan goalie by surprise, Chiba. One of the interesting things here now, Jim, is you can hear the Bushakan team singing and chanting. Do you think that'll give them any kind of momentum?
Looks like they got some followers in the crowd that they could
Yeah.
be chanting the school song.
Kind of a wide angle shot by the Bushakan team, number 2 on defense. Keiji Masaki.
Easy save by Engelson there to slow the game down.
2 minutes penalty for flashing. 5-14-17.
This-
Team ASAHIBLADES number 8, Michael Iraqi Young. 2 minutes penalty for high stick and 10 minutes misconduct penalty.
Yeah, it looks like Michael Iraqi Young got a 10-minute misconduct and a 2-minute penalty. So we guessed that one right there, Jim.
Jeremy McDonnell.
Not sure what the misconduct was. I don't know if that was unsportsmanlike for slamming the stick against the boards. But
Probably, yeah. Because I don't think Michael Iraqi Young knows any Japanese at all. So I don't think he told the referee to do something with his head or anything like that.
maybe the ref knows a few choice English words,
That could be, yeah.
perhaps.
So we got a puck deep in the corner. Matsuda made a nice job keep his man tied up, and they got Liam McDonnell coming in deep into the corner, taking some time, and he's made it a nice play. He didn't really have a play, so he's kept possession. Didn't do anything that might cause an offensive opportunity for the Bushican team. And now the puck is high up in the air, and now come over to the other side. Bushican skating it out. This is one of their top defensemen here, number 77. You see him regularly on the power play. Made a nice play out last pass, number 13. Again, so it looks like Bushican's got their stronger players out there. Oh, you know what? It's interesting that they called that a penalty, because there was clearly a contact on the puck with the stick, and really looked like the player just tripped on his own there. But that's the way it goes. The second player does not do well for us with penalties.
And we've kind of seen that all week. You know, trips and falls that are just part of regular hockey getting called.
You could just see on the replay there, it did not look, I mean, the stick did touch his knee pads, but really he was already falling down on his own momentum. So it's an interesting call. It'd be unfortunate if Bushican capitalizes on that type of a call.
The boys have seen it all week. I think it's been a point of frustration for them, but they have gotten used to it.
So again, on the power play, the Canadian team cleanly lost the face-off, leading into a really, really decent scoring opportunity, at least possession for the Bushican team. I think the team from Canada needs to really clean up their face-off, and let's see again, maybe they can win this one. It would be an important face-off win. So it looks like we got a different guy in the face-off for Canada, which is Dixon, but he got kicked out right away. And again, they lost the face-off, but were able to get the puck through a nice rush on the defenseman to get it over the Bushican or the Team Canada blue line. So Bushican setting up in their own zone. Number 9 racing out with the puck. Easy out last pass to number 25, and they're setting up back deep in the Canadian zone. So Team Canada keeping a tight box, keeping it so that the Bushican team can't sneak anybody into the slot for a decent scoring chance. They're leaving the shot from the point pretty much wide open, which is generally an easy save for the goalie. Working around, the box is still tight. Nice block. Can they get down the ice? Yes, they can. A great defensive play there by the two defensemen.
1 minute down, 1 minute to go.
Bushican sitting up deep in their own end. Easy deke on the Canadian player, number 9. A nice pass over to the Bushican defenseman, over to number 13, which is Haro. Haro's got a wide open guy in the corner. Easy pass back out. Got Engelson's already in goal to stop anything that may come from that angle. Bit of back and forth between number 13 and number 88. 77 over to 13. 13 has got number 88. Very easy, nice pass into the slot. It's a very set play, but I think Team Canada's picked up on that, and they're not really going to get a good stick on something like that anymore.
Definitely hasn't been the first time they've seen that.
That's right. Bushican working it around there, maintaining great possession. But again, the shot from number 77 was more like a field goal than anything.
Just a bit outside.
Yeah.
Team Asahi plays number 15.
So,
penalty expired.
Looks like Team Canada made it through all the penalties here without damage. And it's 5-on-5 hockey now. Team Canada breaking out with a puck. It is Lacara, number 13, working the puck. He's a 2003 kid, which is remarkable that he's done as well he has in this.
He's had a really good week here.
Really good week, yes. So we got Engelson makes a nice toe save on a shot from outside. A bit of a deflection off of Rocky Young. Holds it for a face-off.
Probably a good opportunity to have a reset. 1 minute to go effectively in the period. Let's see if they can get out of here up 2-on-1, 2-1 still.
You want the horn to go off in about 1 second maybe. What do you think? 1:08. 1:08 to go in the first period. So we got Lacara carrying the puck out of the Canadian zone. Nice pass up to Dixon. Yeah, one thing that the Team Canada does not want to see here is a goal in the last minute to tie the game. That would not be good for them.
That's the momentum breaker.
So they're having trouble though. Puck is deep in their zone. Rocky Young makes a nice, Bradley Rocky Young that is, made a nice play to get it out over the blue line. They've been making it a 2-on-1 play here. If they see if they can get the puck over, he does, but just goes off a Ben Ward stick into the corner. Tough play.
I think Leclerc was looking for a hooking call coming down the ice.
He was.
There.
So Ben Ward makes a nice stick check there and has possession deep in the Bushican zone. Ben Ward scored a highlight reel goal the other day. It was a 1-on-4, what you call an energy goal with a nice finish at the end of the game. So we got 3 seconds left in the period. If maybe a quick shot. So we have another 12 minutes before we get the puck drop for the third period.
Still no sign of that six-pack you were
Well,
talking about.
yeah, there is no six-pack here yet, but you know what? There is 12 minutes to go. We don't want, there never really is a bad time for a six-pack to show up. But if we were to have a six-pack show up, it'd be better that it did come, in the next 5 minutes or so.
No time like the present.
There you see a good
our head coach.
Yeah. That's Hitomi Nakajima, nickname being Nak.
Nak.
And beside him,
maybe getting some clarifications on a few of the penalty calls.
I'm going to guess. I think you're right. I think the slamming the stick against the boards was probably what it was. I think from what I saw there, the Bushican player number 8, their captain was kind of putting a bit of a lick to Michael Iraq Young. I saw a cross check of back of the neck. Michael didn't like that. They both got penalties. But you know what? You got to keep your cool in the game. There's no slamming sticks against the boards, especially in Japan where it's not Canadian hockey here. It's not rough and tough.
We certainly see calls being dealt with differently here.
Yep.
And the boys have had to get used to that over the past week.
So there were no goals scored in that second period, which is interesting.
On our side, no.
No goals by us, that is, yeah. How would you like to sum up that period there, Mr. Ingleson?
I thought the boys battled hard. Shukan definitely came out with some extra zip in their skates after that lackluster first period. But scored that early power play goal. But good on the Asahi team to hold off, fight through that penalty trouble.
I would agree. I would agree. They showed that power play goal by number 8 on their team just on the replay there, the replay before this last couple here, and it was a really opportune time for Bushican to make their mark in the second period, and it was important that they did that. I think if you're the coach for Bushican now, they have some momentum, and they should be able to now come out with a better third period and improve upon what they did in the first period. Oh, did you see on the replay there, Arakian just hammered the Bushican player in the corner.
Great use of the body there.
Yeah. Well, all right, we got about 9.5 minutes before we pick up the mics again, so we're gonna go see.
10-minute break.
Yeah, we'll go see. Maybe the six-pack did show up somewhere, and if it has, we can maybe down a few before we.
It's waiting for us outside.
Yeah, we call it. It's not actually. It's like it's a six-pack. That's what people might call it, but what it really is, it's speaking fluid. It really lubricates your voice and helps you speak a lot better.
It's a performance enhancer. Is that what you're saying?
It's like a performance enhancing drug, but it's not enhancing, it's not performance, it's not a drug. It's like the opposite.
Let's go see. shout out to all the people at home back in Canada watching, staying up late. It's 11 p.m. in Vancouver, 3:30 in Newfoundland.
3:30 Newfoundland. How many watchers do you think we have from Newfoundland?
I think half the island's still up.
Half the odds up watching this?
They're probably streaming it in the bars.
They are. Maybe you could get one of them to maybe another shout out to somebody in Newfoundland to help us with our earlier shout out to get us that 6-pack of beer. We didn't even take Moosehead at this point.
Anyone, we're still waiting.
Moosehead would be good. Okay, opening face off of the third period. Ben Ward loses another draw, but it's not like Ben to lose that many draws in the game. But losing number 8. The Bushigan team has started with their top line. And let's see if what they come from. We had some of our comments, Jim, that we looked at from this live stream. They're saying, "Go Japan, go Japan, go." I have to say that we are not biased at all, at any way, for who wins this game at all, other than like if we need Canada to win.
As long as it's the red team, I'm totally not biased. But we'd like to thank everybody watching. Last numbers we looked at, we were over 600.
600,000. 600,000 is pretty good. Yeah, I know what you mean.
That's all of Kashiro. Those who couldn't make it out to the rink, shut-ins.
That's right. And to those of you in Newfoundland, we appreciate you staying up till all hours of the night to watch this live stream from Kashiro in Japan. Very, very difficult save for Ingleson. Not sure where the Canadian defense were on that particular play, but they got out of that one clean somehow. So puck deep into the Bushican zone, and again, they're a great team for bringing up an awful giveaway by the Bushican player. So Team Canada maintains possession of the puck. A fortunate pass to get through to Tomo Lakara on the right wing, but again, the Canadian player just a little bit
close
too quick.
offside.
Here's a replay of the great save by Ingleson. Just stayed with this player. Could have been a lot more.
Great stick by Hoover there to get in the way.
Number 18 Hoover had a great stick on that play. So with Michael Iraqi-Young and the serving the 10-minute misconduct, they've had to mix the lines up a bit here. So right now you got Rocco Lakara with Ward on the forward line, and I can't see the back of the Canadian player from here, but I'll get that as soon as we.
Looks like McInnes.
Is it McInnes? Number 15 maybe? It is. It's McInnes.
He's gonna come
we
in
got
and
the
take
Kamloops
the
connection out there between Ward and McInnes. See if that can provide us any momentum. Again, another loss in the face-off by Ben Ward, but he's very tenacious. Stays on the puck. Forecheck. And unfortunately, on the forecheck, the puck was bounced back just barely across the Bushican blue line, which again was carried in for an offside by the Canadian team. So yeah, here's another opportunity for Ward. Maybe he can win a face-off this time. Let's see what happens. So Ward gets waved out of the face-off, so he hasn't got an opportunity to lose this. Let's see if McInnes can do any better.
Sensing some frustration on face-off placements here.
Oh, so they're waving out.
Oh, double kickoff.
They're down to one forward on the face-off. Lakara, I believe, plays center anyways in the league that he plays in, so he should be okay on this one. Let's see if he can win a clean face-off. No, it's more than a clean loss. It was an embarrassing loss on the face-off by Lakara. Big hit on the boards by Hoover. And do you know Hoover? He played in the Pacific Junior Hockey League, played for the North Vancouver Wolfpack. Oh, it looks like another penalty coming up to the team from Canada. Didn't see that one myself. Jim, did you see the high stick?
I missed that completely.
Actually, I think I missed. I seem to not see most of the penalties because they're just seem to be manufactured in many ways.
Phantom might be one way to classify it.
Well, this is a pivotal. This could be a turning point to the game here. If Canada can pull this one off and get a good penalty kill, we may find ourselves in a spot where Canada can pull this game out and win their first ever game against the Bushican team. On the contrary, again, Bushican can score on this. It could be lights out for Canada. The team for Canada has got to learn to win some of these faceoffs that they've lost. repeatedly, one face-off after another. 3-on-2 materializing for the Bushican team. Not a great pass, and then a weak shot, easy save by Ingleson, who covers up the rebound for no garbage goals to happen this time.
24 seconds off the clock for that power play.
Yeah, not enough time for the Canada team though. So on the penalty kill, we've got Bailey and Iraqi Young Bradley on defense. And on the face-off, can't see the number from here, it is, looks like Dixon, I believe, on the face-off. Out there with Matsuo. So Matsuo, a natural defenseman, playing forward in this game. So again, that's not a bad thing having an extra defenseman on a penalty kill. Oh, beautiful saucer pass.
No goal.
No goal though. Nice call by the referee. Looked like Ingleson was full on body checked into the net. That will not be a goal.
Waved that off to goalie interference.
I think this is one of the kind of the breaks that the team from Canada needed here. Having said that, that was a beautiful, beautiful saucer pass across the crease.
Wonderful one-timer.
The defenseman coming in and a nice one-timer. We're very well set up.
Ladies and gentlemen, no goal. Player in the goal crease.
And again, that's an international rule. No goal, 1 year in the goal crease. It's fairly black and white.
And we will see if the team from Canada can actually win a face-off this time, Jim.
We seem to have problems getting kicked out of the dot as well.
We got a defenseman taking a face-off. They should just go forward with it. You know, that seems to be. So we got the captain for the Bushican team. Okay, good. I saw that. Say what happened here was the Bushican player had a stick knocked out of his hands by the Canadian player, and is now getting a penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct, I believe. So Ward set to come out of the face-off in 1 minute and 8 seconds, where the team from Canada will have an opportunity for a just under a minute penalty power play.
Close to a minute power play.
And I'm going to really enjoy watching this 4-on-4 too for a game. So you got Iraqi Young on defense with Bailey again, out there with McDonnell and Sato.
Number 25, Ryo Takahide. 2 minutes penalty for throwing the stick.
Oh, throwing the stick.
Throwing the stick. That's an interesting call.
Interesting call, because it actually would have looked like to me it was this stick was hooked out of his arms and went flying. So again, at least we got a call in the Team Canada favor. A lot of physical play in front of the net there. So Bushican regrouping, D-to-D pass with a hinge pass back to the other defenseman. Regrouping to see if they can penetrate the Canadian zone. Beautiful pass up the center there to the Bushican player. But no shots are going to get through from those angles there. Got the 2003 player, Jerry McDonnell, back to Iraqi Young, looking for maybe for a change in personnel on the ice. No, Bradley Iraqian starts to skate the puck out. He's got great wheels, this young guy. Brings it deep into the corner. But it's a bit of a giveaway, but allows the Bushican team to actually change. But Ben Ward's on the ice, and it's now a power play. So let's see what Canada can do on the power play here. Bushican maintaining control. Iraqi Young losing possession along the boards.
Number 10, penalty expired.
All right, I don't know that the team from Canada knows they actually have a power play right now, because they're certainly not playing like that.
Showing it.
No. All the possession and the passing and everything here is through the Bushican team.
This is where you can really see how playing with each other every day, practicing with each other every day, really shows off for the Bushican team.
But nice move by McInnes in the corner to get away, and it's out to Ben Ward, coming in one-on-one on the Bushican defenseman. Oh, Ben is, again, that there
no call.
Seemed to be a pretty obvious penalty, slew foot.
Number 25,
and
penalty expired.
Back to 5-on-5. Oh, great stick.
Yeah, great play by the player from Cabot coming back, but now it's a 3-on-1. Beautiful play by Ingleson. Great save on a come across the net for save. So Canada keeps its 1-goal lead with 15 minutes to go in the third period. Good rush by Takama coming in deep into the Pushichan zone with an attempted pass for a breakaway to the Pushichan player. But for some reason they called the whistle.
They called the icing, and Bushukan team correctly pointed out that
it was an incorrect call. Yeah.
With international rules, that probably shouldn't have been called. So they're going to do a face-off at center ice here.
Yeah,
it looks like
that's the right call now, is to have that mistake called. So we'll see again. We've got Dixon on the ice for the face-off to see if the team from Canada can win a face-off in the third period. So far they are 0 for, must
85.
be 5 or 6 anyways. Make that 0 for 7. It's going to be difficult for the team from Canada to get possession of that puck when they keep losing these face-offs. There's a great giveaway by the Pushichan team to one of our top defensemen, Bactanel. But not quite sure what he was thinking on that play, but it's an icing call against the team from Canada.
Well, we're 5 minutes down. Had a number of penalty calls here. Let's hope we can stay out of the box, both teams, and get that flow going to the game. It's really disruptive when you get all these power plays and penalty
calls. It is, yeah. So did you know that we have a surprise guest showing up here?
Again, another throw out. Surprise guest.
A surprise guest, yeah. Don Cherry, I heard, is coming to maybe speak to us.
Coach's Corner.
Coach's Corner. You know, that was actually, as much as Jordy Engelson made that save look easy, it was quite a difficult save because he had to watch the open player in the slot area on that. So he does off his near side post a bit. But he got the quick glove up there to make a really nice save on that one. Okay, so again, another key face-off lost by the team from Canada, but it's fortunate that the puck did roll over the blue line. And so Bradley Uraki-Young with the puck makes a nice move in the corner and a nice pass out into the slot area, but it was bobbled by Dixon. But Dixon manages to get over to McInnes. McInnes with a field goal. Canada shooting a lot of field goals today.
He was going for that top corner.
I think so.
Saw the space, but
no, I'd like to say it tipped off the Pushichan defenseman, but I don't know that it did. So Bradley Uraki-Young with the puck again, skating confidently to the corner, and makes a nice move to get around the player, but it's a poke check in front of the net, and actually really set up the Pushichan team for a decent scoring chance. Oh, another giveaway. I think you're seeing some of the fatigue now setting in for the team from Canada. I think they got to basically dig deep, get that energy, and finish this game off. Bit of a battle in the deep in the Pushichan zone. Got 2-on-2, and the Pushichan comes out with a puck. Good outlet pass to the center. Number 13 lost a stick and trying to push it forward with his hands there. And it actually made a nice play though.
That was well done, actually.
Yeah, it was well done. Nice check by Ward. And he's rushing out with the puck to see if he can make some damage. It is a whistle, and that does bring the 10-minute misconduct penalty now is over. So Michael Uraki-Young is able to get back onto the ice with 13 minutes to go in the third period.
And you mentioned some of the guys might be a little tired. Hopefully Michael's legs are well rested and he can be strong here in this last 13 minutes.
Okay, Ben Ward on the face-off. Let's see if he can win one. No, it's another lost face-off. It's they're 0 for supposed to be around a dozen or something
about
like
87.
that now.
0 for 87.
0 for 87. But the important stat that I'd like to remind everybody out there, all of you, even those from Newfoundland, that the score is 2-1 for the Canadian team. Oh, a great stick by Lacara to take away a glorious scoring opportunity by the Pushichan team. Nice save on a tip too by Engelson. I think Pushichan has really picked up the energy level on their team in this third period.
It really looks that way.
I think Canada has to really be careful now. Maybe start to match that energy level where you could see some trouble coming. Beautiful bank pass to number 28 in the Pushichan team. But again, a nice stick. And you got Lacara. Nice flip pass out to Ben Ward at center ice. You got Ward, Lacara. Lacara comes in all alone. And it's a beautiful, beautiful goal by Lacar to really lift the Canadian team to a 3-1 lead where they don't deserve to in this period.
That was a great trail by Lacar. Johnny on the spot to pick up that puck, skate through two guys, deke the goalie, and bang it home for a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, the Lacara family will be happy with that one. I know the Lacara family recently actually moved to Japan, and they're working in a ski resort town, I understand, in Hokkaido.
Yeah, it's a resort town called Niseko. It's populated by Australians, much like Whistler. Very popular ski resort.
Oh, well, a good opportunity for that family.
Goal for Team Asahi Blades, scored by number 13, Walker Lacara. Time 7:49.
So Bushakan with possession. Oh, a dangerous looking play right now. Engelson closed the 5-hole on number 14 from the Bushakan team, Asahi Nishimura. Nishimura had a great burst of speed, very dangerous, and I did see the 5-hole open up there, but it was maybe a trick play by Engelson himself to maybe trick him to shoot it to that spot.
And Asahi's been awarded a slashing penalty by Liam McDonnell. So they're on the PK for the next 2 minutes or less.
Let's see if Iraqi Young can win a face-off, but he can't because he gets kicked out of the face-off. It seems...
which is happening every face-off.
Yeah, I don't know what how it works and with how they're making their calls on face-offs, because they have one set of rules, it seems, for the team from Japan, and then another set of rules for the Asahi Blades team. So now you have a defenseman, Bradley Iraqi Young, who's taken maybe 2 face-offs in his life, trying to win a face-off against an experienced Bushakan team. So there's some discussion over at the Canadian bench. What do you think they're talking about, Jim?
I think the head coach is asking the refs to just drop the puck. There's some hesitation by the linesman to drop the puck. It's forcing the Asahi players to go off the line. I wonder if this is going to result in a penalty here.
It looks like that. It looks like the referee has skated over to the statistician's bench there, the timekeeper's bench, and it's given them some instructions. So it looks like there might be somebody from the team there that it may be getting a penalty. There's lots of discussion happening down at the face-off dot there.
And we saw this yesterday too when Asahi went up late in the game, and next thing you know, very quickly we were down on 5-on-3 power play.
Yeah, looks like it's an interesting discussion. The referee it's almost like the referee there is teaching the team from Canada how it is to do a face-off.
The Canadian players looking for him to just drop the puck more quickly.
And you know what? There was a penalty given on the play for something. Number 6, Dixon, has got it. So it's a 5-on-3 scenario in a 3-1 game.
So let's see what happens. Rarely called penalty here. Let's see how we do.
Interesting. So there was an absolutely clean loss. So 5-on-3, low percentage shot coming from the point. Engelson saw it all the way. There won't be rebounds on a shot like that. That's waist high.
There's nobody in front of the net, so Engelson will take that shot all day long.
Yeah, minute and 49 seconds to go in the penalties to go to Dixon and McDonnell. That was the first face-off win of the entire period, and we're almost halfway through the period.
That was a great win.
It was a much-needed win.
Very timely.
Very timely. So Bushakan has it deep in the Canadian zone. Bushakan sets up, as does the Canadian team, in their triangle, penalty kill triangle. What they do is they bring out one of the defensemen out into the point and have 2 people high and 1 people low. And when they get possession, they bring the puck. The Canadian players drop back deep when there's any kind of scramble and tighten up that box. So the Bushakan can shoot all they want from that angle. And it's a beautiful clear by the Canadian team down the ice with 1 minute to go in the penalty.
Some much needed seconds off the clock as the puck goes down to the end and they bring it back up the ice.
And Bushakan has their number 1 unit on the ice now. Easy carry into the Canadian zone. Back over into the corner. So now you have on the penalty kill, you got Ben Ward, got Kyle Hoover, and you got Bradley Iraqi Young. Let's see if they can have some success on the penalty kill. Again, that was a field goal by the Bushigan team for a change. A beautiful stick by Iraqi Young to be able to get that puck. Nice hustle. Get it deep. Nope, not deep. I don't think he knew he had as much time as he did. Very nice, very, very nice sticks by the Canadian team.
Great scramble in front of the net. Good job to get it out of the zone.
It looks like someone's lost their net guard there. That could be trouble if there's a shot on net. Bushigan team number 25 had the right idea, but made a very poor pass over, which could have been a one-time for an easy goal. So number 8, the team captain on the ice, number 25.
Team ASAHIBLADES, number 25 and number 6.
Okay, now it's even strength. They
Now
killed
we're
off
back
the
to even
5-on-3.
strength. That was a
That will
huge
be
kill.
uplifting for the team.
Let's see if that's the TSN
Now it's a
turning
2-on-1
point.
for the team from Canada, with Dixon making a weak shot into the defenseman's pants. So right now you have a defenseman playing forward just because of the result of a penalty ending and an opportune time for him to come nice and maybe get the 2-on-1 play, but didn't happen.
So we got an opportunity to take a breather here, have a face-off in their end. Let's see if we can go 2 in a row on the face-off circle.
So the score remains 3-1 from the team from Canada with 9 minutes and 36 seconds to go in the third period. We're still waiting for Don Cherry to make his guest appearance. Maybe we'll have him show up here, for Coach's Corner, at the end of this game.
In Japan they call him Don Sakura.
Don Sakura.
Sakura.
Sakura means cherry in Japanese, I'm guessing.
Sure does.
Okay, so we got the goal scorer. Toma Lakara trying to go to the end-to-end rush. Did get checked and had Masua, though, make a pass and gave that puck away. This could be icing on the team from Canada, and it is. Matsuda looked like he tried to bang past a Canadian pair, but it just went by everybody.
Just a little too much, and we'll come back in the Asahi end for defensive zone face-off.
So the hard part is that a tired line from the Canadian team now needs to get puck possession on a face-off, which is very rare, and allow an opportunity for a change. No, it was the team from Bushigan went forward on the face-off and won another face-off there. So the Canadian team is boxing it up. Sharp shot from a sharp angle, maybe a surprise to Engleson, but he made an easy save on that. I'm thinking right now, Jim, that the team from Canada is being outshot probably 2-1 overall. Do you think?
I would say you're pretty close. Certainly in this period, apart from the goal, I don't recall too many shots on the Bushikan goalie.
Yeah, it's like the team from Canada has been on the penalty an awful lot in the third period already.
That is a trend that we've seen in the past couple games.
As is that lost face-off there. Here's an opportunity for the older Toma Lakara to have a breakaway, but that was to no avail. Nice shot, nice pass up the middle, and a nice, but even a better stick by the Canadian player. And now you've got Andreas Sato breaking on the wing, but that was, again, another check against the boards, and now Bushikan rushes out with the puck. Oh, nice move to the inside by the Bushikan player, only to lose it to one of our younger players, Jeremy McDonough. What a beautiful move. He's coming in on the defenseman. You know what? I would hesitate to say that looked like a trip to me.
Almost questionable headshot as
and
well.
A headshot. Okay, let's see. We got number 16, Lakara, but it's a giveaway at the line. A nice puck to skate move off the stick, and Bradley Rocky almost deflected it into his own goal. So Ben Ward tried one of those fancy skates to stick move around the defense and almost got a bit of a hip check and just an easy pickup by the goalie with no real danger on that
And there's
play.
Ben digging away after every play, as he always does.
Yeah. Well, it looks like they got the lines back to the original.
They've reunited the starting line
lines,
from the beginning of the game.
So let's see if the Canadian team can do some damage now deep into the Bushikan end. I think it needs to start off with Ben winning his first face-off of this period. Complete clean
Wasn't
loss.
meant to be.
Wasn't meant to be today. Is this shaping up to be a 2-on-1, a 2-on-2? Nice play, nice back check by all around there. Oh, that was a deflection off a skate on the way to the net. That could have been very dangerous. Doesn't look like we have anybody on the right wing for Canada there. I think they're a bit of mix up in who's playing where. Very dangerous play. I think there's a lot of confusion on the Canadian team right now of who's playing what position. What a beautiful save by Engelson. So a puck deep in Bushican's end. Michael Rakian applying a soft forecheck. Nice pass out to number 13 on the Bushican team. And now again, they're penetrated deep into the Canadian zone. And it looks like they're just making a change. They have one forechecker who's actually having some success there. Lots of success. It comes out into the front of the Canadian net. And again, Michael Rakian taking another inopportune penalty.
We've seen this in past games.
Let's see if we can have a replay on that.
What may not be a penalty back home is being called
here's a replay here.
Tighter here in Japan.
Oh, that was a bit of a late hit, and it was high. I think you could have called out a number of things.
So we're back to the penalty kill. 6:47 left.
Another important face-off win coming here on the face-off was McInnes. Had some success there. At least it was a scramble draw, which helped. So they called that a roughing penalty, which could have been roughing, could have been unsportsmanlike conduct, could have been a number of things.
Cross check.
So this is the break that Bushican needs to be able to come out of the run. But again, a very, very, very poor break into the Team Canada zone.
We certainly haven't seen that in the past few days from these guys.
But I don't know that they have they do have their number one unit coming onto the ice now. So you'll probably see a bit of a different format at this point.
And Team Asahi trying to play the waiting game here. Take valuable seconds off the clock.
So you got Sasaki coming on Ingolson, and there's another penalty to the Canadian team.
Yet again, a 5-on-3 coming up.
So this will be a 5-on-3. We'll see what the call is on this play. I'm not sure, Jim, if you saw it. The referee just called it a slashing penalty. They made the symbol there. Maybe it was a stick check. Too hard of a stick check. Here's a replay again for everyone to see.
Slashing is a popular call this week.
No, we didn't show the penalty on that play. Well, a 5-on-3 with just under 6 minutes to go. This is a pivotal moment in the game for the Bushican team if they're going to have any success in winning it.
Oh, do we have a timeout being called here? Which is probably a good call at this point.
So maybe we should...
Team Bushican having a timeout.
30-second time. So maybe this is a good time, Jim, maybe to reach out to any of the fans that may be watching this game. I'm getting thirsty. How about yourself?
I'm getting parched myself.
Are you?
5:44 left, third period. And I know there's a store 5 minutes away from here.
That's the hard part, because you know there's a store 5 minutes away. We could put our mics down. However, we are dedicated.
I'm gonna fight through it. Being the pros that we are.
Yeah, I'm gonna fight through it too. It's I am.
Team Asahi Blades,
My legs are starting to shake a bit, and this is kind of a cramped space here, so the table may vibrate a bit if my knees hit it, but we'll see. So we need Ben Ward on the faceoff. Has not won a faceoff this period. I don't even remember if he won one in the second period. So this is the period, the time that he needs to win the faceoff. But now he's kicked out again. Not clear what the reason is for.
I think he was 1 millimeter over the line.
1 millimeter, yeah. No, I can see that from here too. It's clear. Are they going to wave out the other fellow as well? The defenseman that's taking the faceoff? Very, very picky. Very picky, the refs. So we had a defenseman at least get a scramble draw out of it. And it comes back to the Bushican defenseman. See, we got Bailey and McDonnell and Ward on the 5-on-3 penalty kill. Good possession behind the net. It's an interesting strategy for the Bushican team to have two guys making passes behind the net, making the goalie move from back side to side. And then a quick pass out to the slot area for a one-timer from the defenseman who really fanned on the shot, though.
Yeah, it looked more like a pitching wedge.
Yeah, more like a pitching wedge, or maybe even a foot wedge on something like that, eh? Here's a replay here. Let's see if he does that.
They're really trying to set up that one-timer from the front.
More of a flutter pass than anything there. Okay, so at least they got the pace-off off there without anyone getting kicked off this time. So again, the team from Canada having 2 guys high, and then when the puck is possessed down low, they bring 2 guys down low. Nice save by Ingleson. A shot that was basically right at him, but again, he had to be in the right spot. Bushican passing it back and forth, have it down low behind the goal line. 88 out to their team captain, number 8, who already has a goal in this game. A fan shot by number 13. That should have been an easy tap in.
That was a great setup.
Really good setup. Ingleson looking very, very strong in that. So got number 13 with the puck along the half boards, looking to go behind the net. It looks like they might try the same play again. It was a very poor pass though.
And we got one-man backs.
So we got Michael Rakian back on the ice, so it's a 5-on-4. Which is, again, it's having finished. Oh. You know, had Bushican had a little stronger sticks in this period here, they'd be in a lot better shape. A few of them should have been tapped in. So we got a 3-on-2 coming in. Looks like Michael Rakian's taking another penalty for a big hit in front of the net. Not really sure what he's going to call on this one.
What's this one now?
It was charging.
Charging from behind.
Charging from behind and in the open ice somehow.
I'd like to see the replay on that one again.
Yeah, let's see it. Here it is. Maybe we'll see it here.
He coasts in the last step or two, so.
Well,
we've seen this though, some questionable calling in the last few minutes of the game.
I think you get penalized for being maybe a bigger player on the ice, eh?
I would agree.
Yeah,
I would agree.
Maybe they'll give Jordy Engelson, the goalie. He's also a 6-foot tall goalie. Maybe they'll give him a penalty for something.
2 minutes for being too tall.
2 minutes penalty for charging.
So it looks like the tactics are a little different this time for the Bushigan team. They're doing the kind of the D-to-D passing up high rather than the passes behind the goal. But again, a shot from the slot area is not going to happen. So back to 5-on-4 hockey. And again, we don't want to see another goal coming in here from the Bushican team. We're not biased at all, though. We'd like to see the Canadian team take one for the first time ever, and then start the momentum for the trend to come for the years ahead. Again, a perimeter shot, missed shot. Little surprise that wasn't called a penalty because Hoover gave him a really good shot into the boards. So again, number 9 on the Bushigan team taking a shot from the point, really wide of the goal. Got McDonnell now getting hooked, but
good strong effort.
Good strong effort to stay with the puck and non-call from the referee there.
And the Asahi team gets a fresh set of legs out there on the ice.
So we got 48 seconds to go in the penalty. Puck deep into the Canadian zone. Battle for possession alongside, come out by Bushican. Over to number 2 on defense, who is Masaki Kaji. Shot to the goal, but Ingleson is looking solid this game. I don't know if he's going to let anything really outside the dots that are going to beat him today. So the Bushican team looks like they have their number 1 power play on the ice. So they got number 2 Masaki Kaji on the point with their captain, number 8. Number 11, it's a giveaway. Tomo Lakara really, had an opportunity to get it deep in the zone, and again that shows his youth there, being a 2003 kid. Tried to beat 3 or 4 players one-on-one.
He saw
that
some
happened
space
maybe 1 in 100.
And went for it.
Nice sticks by the Canadian team. We get deep. Oh, there's a beautiful stick by Rocco Lakara coming one-on-one.
Asahi plays number 8, penalty expired.
And penalty expired, so it's now 5-on-5 hockey. We got 2 minutes to go.
2 minutes to go, 5-on-5. Let's see if it can stay that way.
We'll see. It looks like they're going to mix up the lines here again. No, they did not mix up the lines. It looks like they're standing on ice, so that should be Dixon at the center.
武修館shortens their bench as they try to make a push here in the last 2 minutes.
Sato, Lakara, and McDonnell, with Iraqi Young and Bailey on defense. Another face-off win for the
2
Bushwick
minutes
team.
left in the third period.
No, that's a solid defense pair that they have out there. It's going to be difficult for anybody to win like a 1-on or 2-on-2 battle with those two out there. Having trouble getting it over that blue line, but they just managed to squeak over the Bushwick defender's skate. And it's Bradley Iraqi with the puck. It's a pass to the center to Lakara, but that's quickly taken off his stick, and now it's deep into the Canadian zone, and a battle along the half boards, and a nice flip out, waste some time, kill some time at the clock. So what do you think, Jim? Do you think in the Japanese style of hockey, will they pull the goalie if they have time here now?
I expect them to pull the goalie here, probably closer to the 1 minute mark. Let's keep an eye on him.
It's 1 minute and 7 seconds, so it's a good thing. I guess they didn't at this point, but the puck is deep in the Bushwick zone. Time ticking down, just under a minute. You got Bradley that kind of puck, gets it deep, and it allows for a complete change. You got the
great play
line
to take
of
valuable
Michael
seconds
Young,
off.
Ben Ward, and Tomo Lakara on the ice, or Rocco Lakara on the ice. Okay, so here it is. There's 40 seconds to go. Asahi Blades are leading 3-1.
Bushukan's already taken their timeout.
Has taken their timeout, and it appears they're going to pull their goalie now with 40 seconds to go.
Here comes the goalie.
No timeout. So Ben Ward, who has not won a face-off, is there to take the face-off. He's kicked out of the face-off already. Not quite sure what it is. So we got Iraqi Young in. And let's see what happens.
Off the side of the post
Possession
there.
off the side of the post. Boy, that was a funny bounce, wasn't it?
That was definitely weird.
It's high. You'd think there'd be a penalty call now, maybe, but not necessarily. Maybe offside. Yeah, a little bit offside. So that was going to be for sure a goal.
He was staring at an open net.
Staring at open net. He had possession of the puck, skating backwards. Not sure how the rules work here, but if you're in control of skating over the blue line with possession, that's not an offside.
That should be not a good play.
So we are here again with Ben on a face-off. Let's see if he can win one this time. He won his first face-off of the game.
Very timely.
Big win. Perfect. And they got the goalie back in the net. And Michael Rakian with the puck. And it's an offside call.
And we're down to the final 9 seconds.
So I think this game's in the bag. And the only question now is, when's the beer going to show up? When's that six-pack going to get here?
I still don't see any beer in the stands at all, nor coming through the door.
No. I'm not sure we should reach out anymore or not here. So it's another.
And we've gone about 10 for 10 for getting kicked out of the dot here.
Right, so the way it works is the referee fakes like he's going to drop the puck. Our player moves, get kicked out, and then a Bushigan player wins the face-off.
There's definitely some cultural differences here.
Yeah.
Just in terms of looking to Canadian teams imploring the linesman just to drop the puck.
So it's interesting. There's 9 seconds to go. I don't think there's anybody. Oh, it's a penalty to Michael Iraqi Young again for. Did you see it?
This is for multiple ejections from the dot.
He got a penalty because they got kicked out of the face-off circle too many times.
Michael's taken one for the team here. And,
I think so.
And taking a seat.
The face-off is deep in the Canada zone with 9 seconds to go. They pulled the goalie. And we'll see that energy coming from the Team Canada bench. Everyone's knocking their sticks against the boards. In anticipation of winning the first game ever against a very strong game.
Bench run 32 minutes for face-off violation.
Oh, it was a face-off violation.
Face-off violation, and there we go. We've witnessed history.
It's history in the making here.
Clearly an excited Canadian side.
They are an excited team. They, you know, they only have, this is their second to last game for their trip to Japan. Some of the kids here won't be coming back to Japan. They'll be aging out. And so it's beautiful. It's a beautiful moment for the ASAHIBLADES 2018 hockey team.
Great moment. Let's watch them soak this in.
Yeah, let's watch us.
Throughout this game, and wish you all players good luck in today's game.
The traditional handshake. I love the tradition.
Today's game was
Fight hard for
3-2-1
60 minutes,
for
battle,
Team
compete,
ASAHIBLADES.
and then shake hands after the game. It's a great hockey tradition.
You know, the part that I'd like to see, which I think is really interesting, is the part that they have in Japan, is that respect that the players have for the crowd. And you can see the...
And we're going to see it right here.
Yeah,
So the thought is either one, extend it out to 3 years, 2021, and have a team come back to Japan, or what seems to be the more likely discussion is have a team from Japan come into Canada, have Canada host the team, and do a reverse cultural exchange that way, which I think would be tremendous.
Yeah, wouldn't that be amazing, eh? You know, we could, and one of the things that I really appreciated here was the homestay families, you know, and having our kids stay with, you know, the authentic, the real thing, Japanese families, and live with them for a couple of days is tremendous. And then if those same families or those players that are playing here today had that experience coming to Canada and staying in with a Canadian family, it would be just a, you know, one of those profound things that can happen in a young person's life.
And on the ice right now, we're seeing another unique aspect of the hockey in Kyoto. After the game, there's no rush to get off the ice. The teams stay on. The spectators and friends and kids all join in on the ice, and
yeah,
you know, there's an exchange of